Today is 2025, July 16th. The original is B.C. Reed's Authored Literacy, Fundamental English, Reader 3. Author is Shantae Ivitz. This video is a reading of the original work. Today we will read the Unit 3, Wild Bishi, the Rare Spirit Bear. The rare spirit bear. Spirit bear. There are lots of wonder in Great Bear Rainforest. There are lots of wonders in the Great Bear Rainforest. There are lots of wonders. There are lots of wonders in Great Bear Rainforest. There are lots of wonders in Great Bear Rainforest. There are three that are more than 1,000 years old. There are trees that are more than 1,000 years old. There are waterfalls. There are waterfalls. There are waterfalls. There are waterfalls rushing off mossy mountains. There are wolves that fish. And there are black bears that are white. These bears are known as spirit bears. Great Bear Rainforest. Spirit bears are rare. Spirit bears are rare. They are only found in British Columbia, in all of the British Columbia. They are only found in British Columbia, in all British Columbia. Only about 1 in 100 black bears has white fur. Only about 1 in 100 black bears has white fur. Most spirit bears live in Great Bear Rainforest. Most spirit bears live in Great Bear Rainforest. The rainforest is on the coast of British Columbia. This rainforest is on the coast of British Columbia. On some of the islands in the Great Bear Rainforest, as many as 1 in 3 black bears has white fur. On some of the island in the Great Bear Rainforest, as many as 1 in 3 black bears has white fur. Spirit bear eating. Spirit bears, like other black bears, eat plants such as berries, nuts, and fruits. They also eat small animals such as baby deer and baby moose. Most of all, they love salmon. Spirit bears have an easier time. Spirit bears have an easier time than black bears at catching salmon. They white fur makes them harder for the salmon to see. Hmm. The white fur, the white fur make them, the white fur make them harder for the salmon to see. After getting nice and fat, after getting nice and fat over the spring summer, after getting nice and fat over the spring, summer, and fall, the bears sleep in the dens all winter. During the winter, spirit bears can go without food for spirit bears. Spirit bears can go without food for up to 7 months. After getting nice and fat over the spring, summer, and fall, the bears sleep in their dens all winter. Their dens all winter. During the winter, spirit bear can go. During the winter, spirit bear can go without food, 4 up to 7 months. Spirit bear calm. Spirit bear mostly live alone. They mate in the summer. They mate in the summer, but do not stay with their partner. They mate in the summer. They mate in the summer, but do not stay with their partner. The mother give birth, gives birth in January or February. By the time the cubs are a year and a half old, they are ready to go out on their own. Go out on their own. They mate. They mate in the summer. They mate in the summer, but do not stay with their partner. The mother gives birth. The mother gives birth in January or February. By the time the cubs are a year and a half old. By the time the cubs are a year and a half old, they're ready to go out on their own. Git, git, git talks at territory, territory. Kitka, Kitka at territory. The Great Bear Rainforest is the traditional land of 20 different it different First Nations. The Great Bear Rainforest is the traditional land of 20 different First Nations. These First Nations group these First Nations this First Nations group have never hunted the spirit bear. These First Nations group have never hunted the spirit bear. It is now against the law for anyone in British Columbia to hunt a spirit bear without the threat of people or any other animals. Spirit bear can live to over 25 years old. Pipeline. Yet many people say the spirit bear is at risk. Yet many people say the spirit bear is at risk. A company called Enbridge would like to put a pipeline through the Great Bear Rainforest. The pipeline would carry oil. The oil would then the the oil would then be shipped across the sea to Asia on oil tankers. The oil would then be shipped. The oil would then be shipped across the sea to Asia on oil tankers. Some people are worried about oil spills. Some people are worried about oil spills. A big oil spill in the Great Bear Rainforest would destroy the place where most of the spread bear on Earth live. Most of the spread bears. A big oil spill in the Great Bear Rainforest would destroy the place where most of the spread bear on Earth live. A big oil spill would kill many plants, fish, and animals that the spread bear eats. Oil spills are difficult to clean up. Enbridge says the spread bears are not at risk. Enbridge pipeline. Enbridge says the spread bear are not at risk. Enbridge says the spread bear are not at risk. They say pipelines and oil tanks are very safe. They also say that the pipeline will help people in lots of ways. They also say that the pipeline will help people in lots of ways. Building pipelines will create jobs for local people, and bridge will pay taxes to the government, which can be used for school and hospitals. Is the spread bear at is the spread bear at risk? What do you think should become of the home of the spread bear? Is the spread bear at risk? What do you think should become? What do you think should become of the home of the spread bear? Spread bear. What do you think should become of the home of the spread bear? The letter Y can make lots of different sounds depending on where it shows up as syllables. A syllable a syllable that begin with Y usually make a Y sounds like a yellow, yellow. And this word from the story, ear, yet. A one syllable word that ends in Y, usually making a long I sounds like a cry, cry. And this word from the story by. If the word has more than one syllables and ends in a Y, the Y usually make a long E sounds. Long E sounds like a baby, baby. The story has this word too, musi, many, only, mostly, January, February, ready, any, company, carry, very.